Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. The usual spiel. It's time for monthly favourites. I say this every month, but it is. July is over. It's now officially August, and it's time to look back over the month and see some of my faves. So if you want to check them out, just keep watching. So first up, I'll talk about things that are actually on my body right now. One of them is this little necklace. It's from Asoma, and my mommy got it for me for my birthday. So it's a little initial. It's on one of the battered coins and has a G on one side, and then on the other side it's a K for my mommy, and then it's on one of the little ball-y short necklaces. I love and kind of hate this. I love how it looks. I love how it feels. It's sterling silver with like dipped in gold, so it is something that you have to kind of take off if you're having a shower or whatever, but they were fairly pricey, so I hope they kind of last the test of time. But with the Asoma necklaces, what I noticed is that the catch on them is quite big, and my hair gets wrapped around this constantly, and I'm constantly having to pull my hair out of it, which means I'm constantly my hair ends up gold because it's kind of brushing through the metal. I'm not sure if that's going to hinder how long it lasts, because obviously it's taken some of the gold plating as my hair goes, but I can't really do anything about it. My hair just gets stuck in it because it's so big. So that's definitely a con. But I do love how it looks, and like having my mummy's initials, and obviously she's not very well, is kind of like a nice little memento that I hope I can have for a long time. These are actually out of stock, I think, on the website, but I will link it in the blog post if you want to check it out. My second favourite is another thing that is on my person. I have to come up again and show you. It is little huggy earrings. I am completely jumping on the bandwagon of the like ear curation scenario, and as you can see, I got this piercing done for my birthday. It's still healing. It takes a long time, but I can sleep on it now, which is good. So yeah, I have little diamonds in here that John got me for Christmas a couple of years ago. Was it a couple of years ago? Maybe it was this year. I can't actually remember, but they're real, which is quite fancy. The other two aren't. One pair, they actually look really similar, but one pair is from AliExpress and one pair is from Betty and Biddy, and they have little stars on them. But I am 100% jumping on this curation bandwagon, and I am digging like the little hoops. I've bought like about 10 pairs off AliExpress now, and anytime I see some, I buy them, because I'm not investing in decent ones as of yet, so they do kind of fade after a little while. But so far I'm digging these little starry ones, and I'm glad that I have two pairs so that they match. My next favourite is a fragrance, but I'm more enjoying it kind of mixed in with other fragrances rather than just on its own. This is the Lancome La Vie est Belle L'Eclat, and what they say about it is, because I'm not going to try and explain a fragrance, it is the latest addition to Lancome's story, designed to celebrate the beauty and happiness of life with a bright effervescent scent, and it's composed of purified natural essences. And then the radiant fragrance opens with zesty bergamot before welcoming a heart of orange blossom and elegant iris flower, and then there's jasmine in it as well. It is quite sweet, but yet the bergamot kind of makes it a little bit more deep. I have to admit, when I was smelling this when I first got it, it was a PR sample. It wasn't my favourite scent, and I was kind of going, because I definitely do notice that like my kind of perfume nose does kind of change the older I get, although there is some perfumes that I still love. But yeah, I found it a little bit too girly, I suppose. But I have been using this because I really wanted to try it. So I like, now this is only the eau de toilette, so I suppose like that won't last as long as the parfum. But I have been like spraying it on myself, and then like I have a bundle of perfumes, and I've been kind of mixing it with other things, and I found it's a really good mixer. And I suppose like for example, like John Malone and stuff make colognes to specifically mix, so who's to say we can't mix fragrances? So I've been enjoying mixing this with my Basil and Neroli from John Malone, and because this is quite a grown-up scent, and this is another one that had to kind of grow on me, but I absolutely love this now. and I find that kind of mixing them together gives this a little bit more of a summer kind of kick, and I really like both of them together. So yeah, this has grown on me too, but I'm still kind of just mixing it with everything. But I thought it was worth adding in because it's a new fragrance in my collection. And yeah, it's one that's worth smelling. If you like quite sweet smells, give it a whiff and let me know what you think. My next favourite needs phone help as well, because I don't want to get mixed up and lead you down the wrong path. But this is the Super Facialist Rose Hydrate Miracle Makeover Facial Oil. This is one of the most bougie products I've ever owned. Not because of how expensive it is, just because it's a pre-cleanser. So like you use it as your first cleanse and then you have to go in with a second cleanse. Now I always double cleanse anyway. But as you can see, I've used a fair amount of this over the last few weeks. And it smells like rose, but it's like a sweet rose, which I really like. And I've been using with my Pixie Rose cleanser as well, so they complement each other scent-wise quite well. But I just find this really nice, and it feels quite luxurious on the skin. They say of it that it's a nourishing pre-cleanse facial oil formulated with avocado and carrot oil that are both rich in vitamins, and it has hydrating raspberry oil known for its high omega-3 and 6 essential fatty acid content. So it's meant to help with the elimination of impurities from the skin while encouraging natural cell regeneration. I struggled there, didn't I? I just find it really, really nice, and it doesn't feel oily. Like, obviously it's an oil on the skin, but once you wipe it away, you don't feel like an oily residue or anything. And it's, again, as I said, it's a bit bougie and a bit unnecessary, but I really enjoy using that as my first cleanse. And I like that you can kind of just, you apply it dry to your hands and like rub into your face. Like I always say this, I love cleansers that you don't have to use water with initially, that you just put on dry onto the skin and kind of massage and move your makeup, and then obviously wipe it away with a cloth, and then you go in with another cleanser and wipe that away with a cloth. But it just feels really nice. This is pretty affordable. I think I saw on the Boots website for about €13, so it's not like too fancy or anything, but it feels really nice, and it makes your skin feel really nice as well when you use it. So I thought that was worth adding in. My second last favourite is an oldie but a rejuvenated goodie. This is the Instant Age Rewind Concealer from Maybelline. And the reason why this has found itself back in my drawer again is because they've released new colours in it. So there's a couple of new darker shades and a couple of new lighter shades. So like, first of all, there was only light, which was too dark for me. Like, I couldn't really use it. I could only get away with them when they brought out the neutralizer and the neutralizer and the brightener, because the neutralizer was a little bit lighter. So this is now Ivory, which is the lightest shade, which is light enough for me that it brightens up my under eye. If you're paler than me, it probably won't work. They probably still need to do another lighter shade, but there is now 6 shades in this, I believe. So it's a really great concealer. And if you were kind of worrying that they mightn't have had a shade initially, they might have one now for you. And I just really like it. It's a really good, well, like, it has good coverage. It's not too heavy on the skin, and it blends really well. So yeah, I've been loving this again. Again, as you can see, I've been using quite a lot over the past few weeks. So that's kind of a testament to how good it is. I've been reaching for it over my Tarte Shape Tape. Not that this isn't probably my favourite, I'm just afraid that it's going to run out, so it's nice to have alternatives to kind of mix in with my makeup routine. So yeah, love this. Okay, I haven't shut up about this highlighter since I got it. If you follow me on social media or anything, you'll be well aware of what this is. This is the Pixie Glossy Gossamer Duo in Subtle Sunrise. It's this one in particular that I'm slightly obsessed with. It's just shine for the skin, but in all the right ways. There's no like chunks of glitter in it. There's no kind of major shimmer. It's just, I just love it, and it melts onto the skin, and it looks like super glowy but kind of natural at the same time. I know that's a really hard thought process. It's kind of hard to get your head around, but it's just my perfect highlighter. This one I don't use so much, so I wish they kind of just did this one on its own. So maybe that might be an option at some stage. Pixie, if you're watching, I like this one. for my skin tone particularly. This one's a little bit too dark and a little bit too kind of what would you call it? It's kind of more orange. It is pretty. It's nice as a an eyeshadow, but it's this one that I love dearly. I got this just like in a pack for from Pixie as a PR sample, and I didn't expect to fall in love with it like I did, but I have, and I've exclusively, I can say this hand on heart, since I've gotten this, I don't think I've used any other highlighter. So I've been using this for a good 6 weeks or so now, and I adore it. And I recommend, if you can, go in and swatch it. I know they do Pixie in Marks and Spencer's here, and I know it's kind of like if you're in the UK or whatever, it's more readily available. If you come across it, stick your finger in it. You won't regret it. And that is it for my July favourites. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I shall talk to you in my next video. Take care, bye!